Hi, my name is Eric Espinosa, and I'm the founder of Fresh Stamp Inc. And our goal is to mitigate inventory shrink. So, talking with local grocery stores, they have a big problem with expiring food on their shelves. They throw away about $141,000 of product annually. And they have a big issue with trying to discover these items on their shelves before they expire without spending a lot of labor costs. And so, in the US, the grocery industry is a $626 billion industry. But really, it's the mid-sized retailers that feel this pain the most because they don't turn their product quite as quick. And they have a $3.8 billion shrink cost due to expiring goods. So if this was such a big problem, you'd think that there'd be competitors in the space. And you'd be right. But the only competitors that have some type of automation in discovering items before they expire are DateCheck Pro and Wasteless. Now, Wasteless is an RFID tag solution, and stores don't like it because they have to manually tag each item. DateCheck Pro is a good solution. They are an iPad app that automates the rotations for spot checking. It gamifies it for the employees. But they can only save you $30,000 worth of product at a cost of $15,000. So we're at the top of this graph where we're inexpensive and we're automated. So our solution is patent pending. It's the Fresh Stamp. It's an expiration date barcode add-on. So when a manufacturer stamps on the expiration date, they're also going to stamp that on in the barcode format. So to make this possible, we had to create an expiration date barcode standard because right now there is no current standalone barcode standard. On that we have a copyright, and with that we can help inventory systems manage batches. So here's a simple inventory ledger on Tillamook cheese. A store will know there's 39 items, but we can give them information on how many expire in this month and how many expire in next month. And with this, they can track their inventory every time it gets scanned out. And when they have 7 days before expiration, we can warn them that 15 products are about to expire. So with this, they can take a simple shelf tag that says 50% off, and they can discount that batch while still maintaining a high margin on the batch that's still good for another month. And then also, 2 days within expiration, their inventory system can now alert them to donate these items so they can get a tax write-off. So I took the solution to Peter Larkin, and he's the president of the National Grocers Association. He really liked the idea, and he said, hey, I'll introduce you to anybody you would like. Let's get this into stores. And he's over 21,000 independent stores in his trade group. So he's a really big player. In addition, Gary Hawkins, who is the CEO for the Center of Advancing Retail Technology, he really likes the solution, and he wants to make introductions to manufacturers and stores for me. And he's really important because he actually rates 5,000 of the technologies for retailers, and he tells them the industry if they should adopt it or not. So right now we're trying to go to market with Associated Food stores and to go to their 43 corporate stores and their 396 independent retailers. So 63% of products need the Fresh Stamp. And we're going to start, though, with the meat, bakery, and deli items that are packaged in-store, because the in-store brands, the Associated Food stores has control over, and they can change that labeling quite simply. So 2 weeks ago, I met with Wade Judd, the CIO, and we had our first discussion about this, and he invited 3 of his top tech team in to hear the pitch. It went really well, and at the end of it, they decided this is something that they want to pursue further, and right now would be the perfect time to implement this, because they're redoing their inventory system with all 439 stores. So it's the perfect time to implement this batch expiration date system. After that, I was given some access to current financial information on their inventory shrink to see how much we'd actually be saving them, and I was able to tour one of their stores and see the labeling process in action. The next step is they're going to take us to the retail group and get approval, and we'll go from there. And I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, so I asked Gary, I said, what happens if they say no? Am I just sunk? And he said, if they say no, that's fine. Just give me a call. I'll make a couple phone calls and we'll get you some stories. He's very connected in the industry, and so it's a great advisor to have. Peter Larkin wants to introduce me now to the president of GS1, and they're the global standard setter for barcodes. And he thinks that we can become a solution partner so that they give us a stamp of approval, we're adopted as the global standard, and then they share in the profit revenues. So I'm the only founder, 100% owner, but I do have a software developer on independent contract. And then we're looking to partner with 2 talented point-of-sale software developers. So our revenue model is to charge $250 per SKU annually to manufacturers, and that's a similar price range of GS1. And our adoption rate is based off of similar product changes in the market, and so we expect to be at $108 million of recurring revenue in 5 years. We're asking for $520,000 at 20%, and we're going to use this for software development, marketing, and IP protection. Now, if we win, everyone wins. Stores win, the customer wins, and charities win. So if we get the audience favorite, then we also want to help you guys win. So the Utah Food Bank will donate $1,000 to them to help feed Utah's families. We're going to purchase $1,000 worth of gift cards at local grocery stores and give those away to 100 students in this crowd. So vote for the Fresh Stamp. Thank you.